Hey, what's up? It's Nicola from Singer's Secret, and in today's video, like I promised, we are going to do an artist breakdown of Ariana Grande's Dangerous Woman. Now, the reason I love this song is because she employs some really awesome singing technique that you can learn from regardless of what style or genre that you like to sing. And the other reason I like this song is and it's super catchy, it's been stuck in my head, but it's also got a bit of a bluesy undertone. So, you know, if you are a jazz or a blues singer, you can really slow this song down and add a lot more sort of blues sort of scales and stuff in there, and even soul, and make it really kind of gutsy and bluesy. Yeah, which is why I love this song. And if you're wondering just quickly why this video looks so much clearer than my other videos, it's because I just got a new camera. I'm very excited about it, actually. You know, all of my other Singer's Secret videos, I was using this really crappy old school Panasonic video camera that was so old that it actually had the tape that you had to record onto the tape. And then when you wanted to get the stuff onto your computer, you literally have to play through the tape to record onto your computer. That's how old school it was. And the quality, the recording quality was starting to get really fuzzy and grainy. So I went and invested in some new equipment for you guys, and this is why you're getting your singing lessons in HD. So let me know if you like the new visual and the clearness, the awesomeness. All right, anyway, so let's break down Ariana Grande's Dangerous Woman. I'm going to show you how she sings it, and then I'm going to give you some tips on how you can make it your own as well. All right, the first thing to note about this song is that Ariana has a high voice. You know, she's a little girl, she does have quite a high voice. And this is in E minor, which is definitely too high for me. I'm going to do it in this key just to sort of demonstrate so you've got an exact replica of her version. But like when I sing my own version of this, because I'm going to do a cover, I would definitely transpose it down a few steps. And you should be able to transpose this without a problem because the entire song is 3 chords only. So my songwriters, if you're watching this whole song is 3 chords, and it's pretty much the same chord progression the entire song through. All right, so one technique that she employs throughout the entire song, but especially in the verses, is she uses glottal stops. So to give you an example, it goes, don't need permission, make my decision to test my limits. So we're gonna get to that jump in a sec. But the glottal stop is what kind of, it really gives the whole song this poppy kind of a feel. And she's closing off the back of her throat. If you don't know what a glottal stop is, it's like when you say ah for apple, ah, ah, ah. So I'm closing off the back of my throat, ah, and I'm forcing air out, and it gives that little bit of extra attack. And so what she's doing throughout most of the verses is she's really closing off the back of her throat in a lot of the different phrases. Don't need permission, make, instead of going make with his nice open throat, make my decision. She's going, make my decision, make my decision. I'm kind of trying to over exaggerate it so you can hear the difference. It is a subtle sound change, but it does make a sort of a big difference. And for me, because I'm not a pop singer, the glottal stop feels forced. But a lot of pop singers definitely overuse this technique. And it, you know, it's become so fashionable now that, you know, for some singers like Ariana Grande, it has formed quite a bit of what kind of makes her style of singing. So you need to practice singing through the song. Firstly, just getting the hang of these glottal stops. And it's going to sound a bit weird when you just break it down to glottal stops, but just do it as a technique exercise. So how does she go? She goes, don't need permission, made my decision to test my limits, cause it's my business, got it. So I'm putting, can you hear where I'm putting the glottal stops? I'm trying to over exaggerate them. So I'm putting them all over the place, and she really puts them everywhere. You just got to listen to her if you want to sing them exactly where she puts them. But the whole point of this is just to kind of get used to adding the glottal stop into your singing. So where glottal stops become really awesome is in the pre-chorus, because this is where she starts to belt, you know, she starts to use a harsher sound. And if you put the glottal stop on there, it'll give it that little bit more of a attack, like, all that you got, skin, skin, oh my God. Instead of with an open throat, all that you got, skin, skin, oh my God. See how it's a completely different sort of sound? Second technique that she uses is she adds a croak. So this is kind of what gives it that bedroomy kind of feel, that that's a croak. So she goes, don't need permission. I'm actually putting a slight one on don't need permission, make my decision to test my limits. God, it's my business. So I've kind of added one to God, because it's my business. God as my, and again to God as my witness. So I'm doing a glottal stop with a croak as well to kind of give it that uber kind of like bedroom sound. So that's another thing that you need to practice. So practice first with the glottal stops, then add croaks and glottal stops. And then once you've got those techniques, so just literally sing through the song one time through with the glottal stops, one time through with the croaks and the glottal stops, and then move on to this next technique, which are the interval jumps. So she's got these big interval jumps all the way through the verses. Make my decision to test my limits. So the first one, she's using the M in limits to jump off. Limma, limma, limma. So literally stop the backing track or whatever you're singing along to and nail that interval first. Limma, it's a perfect, major sixth. Limma, my bonnie sails over the ocean. That's what a major sixth reminds me of. Limma, limma. So get that first. Don't need permission, make my decision to test my limits. She's also going definitely into a head voice there. Limits. So she kind of gets that, you know, softer kind of like, sound. Because it's my business, God as my witness, that what I finished. And again with finished, she's using the N to jump off. Finished. So you can practice jumping with these intervals. Don't need to hold up, taking control of this kind of moment. So again, the M she's using to jump off, which makes these intervals a lot easier. It's a lot easier to jump off a consonant, where you know, rather than like an open vowel, like ma, it's harder on an open vowel than ma. When you close your mouth, it's easier to jump off. I'm locked and loaded, completely focused. My mind is open. So she's got the P. Open, open, open. But you don't want to really kind of go open. You want to keep that P nice and soft. My mind is open. Then in the pre-chorus, this is where she really starts to belt. So again, she's got a high voice. So if you find these notes quite difficult to reach because they're too high, just transpose it down. That's what I would do because she belts up to a B in this section. And for me, a B doesn't sound great with my voice, but an A does. So I would just transpose it down a tone. So she goes in E minor. What is it? All that you got, skin and skin, oh my God. There's our B. So you really want to be crescendoing through this section. All that you got, skin and skin, oh my God. So she's kind of like building, all that you got, skin and skin, oh my God. Then once she's kind of gone through that crescendo, then she begins the chorus, and it kind of gives the music a bit of a refresher. So even though the chord progression hasn't actually changed, she's doing the exact same chords, because she's got that crescendo and then she lands back onto the chorus, it kind of gives the song a bit more momentum and lift. So make sure you're using your dynamics in this section properly. Then it's pretty much the same thing for all goes on a beat like that, I goes underneath like that, or whatever it is. Same kind of principles the whole way through. If you notice that towards the end, she goes really high, she's got an incredible voice, let me just say. I think her songs need to come with like a warning label. Kids, don't try this at home. but she does have a very high voice, and she's able to produce that high kind of belt sound really, really high. It's like ridiculously high. So A, transpose it down, or B, just use your head voice, unless you have a naturally high voice, but you don't want to strain to hurt your throat. And she uses that really high belt as a harmony anyway, so you can actually just sing along the original melody line and you'll be right as rain. So yeah, that is my breakdown of Ariana Grande's Dangerous Woman. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more tutorials. And if there is something that you want excuse me, to do a video on in the future, just leave me a comment below. I do read all of the comments and I love to hear from you. Yeah, and if you would like free vocal warm-ups, head on over to singersecret.com and you can grab them there. Thanks again for watching. I will see you next time.